Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. So I'm working on the 2000 Honda 400EX. If you guys who regularly watch my channel know that this was a Craigslist deal for $900. And if you remember where I was last time, I had done the leak pack test and determined that the head piston, I had no cracks, no leaks, the valves were tight, the compression release was working properly, everything was closing up, my leak back was good. So that was the first thing, but I made the comment that I thought the valves were a little tight. Now, for me, I have a tendency to run my valves a little bit loose. Why? I mean, not like loose, chattering, you know, sounds like somebody's making popcorn on the top of the engine. I mean, but just a little bit loose. I'm not dying for all that performance. Most of my machines are a little bit older, so if they're a little loose, they allow the valve seat to transfer a little bit more heat into the head. You know, just in case a little bit of carbon gets in there, it allows it a little more close time. You know what I mean? So I have a tendency to run loose. There are folks out there who run their valves just as tight as they could be without burning up. It's whatever one believes. To me, if my valves are a little bit loose and the engine gets hot, or for any reason they decide to tighten up on their own, or for any screw-ups, right, I probably will survive it. If your valves are right on the edge of tight, maybe just a hair too tight, and there's any kind of screw-ups, the engine's running a little hot, low-octane fuel, running a little bit of lean, you have a greater chance of burning something up. So for me, once again, I run my valves a little loose. I've adjusted these and tightened them up, but just listen. I'm told, or I set them up so that, I don't know how well you guys could see in there, but so that I could just feel a little bit of movement. The exhausts might be a touch loose, so they're going to make a little bit of noise, and there's that. What are you going to do? So that's first. Secondly, I'm doing an oil change on it. Oil change, big exciting thing. No, everybody knows how to do an oil change. I'll tell you what, take a moment and just bear with me. The oil drain plug is not on the bottom of the engine, it's on the side. See where my finger is pointing? Right there. This is what the oil drain plug looks like. And given the way that is, I'm like thinking, is this some kind of strange adjuster or something? It is a magnetic oil plug, but once again, I think you guys could see it in there. It's on the side of the engine, right? See the kickstarter? Wait a minute, where's the end of the kickstarter? Right, end of the kickstarter, right? That's my wrench, but you could see it, it's down there. Right, so that's one more zoom in, and you could see it coming out. Secondly, if you're doing an oil change, I'm doing it cold because I didn't think there was much oil in there, but even though it wasn't reading on the stick here, the stick right here, there appears that there was more oil in there than I thought. So I'm not sure how great the compression is going to be on this thing. I also took the oil line off the bottom. This is the oil tank. Zoom out. Right, there's the oil tank. You can see the filler on top. So I took the bottom of that and I'm draining it. I also gave it a little squirt of starting fluid to make sure any nasties drain out of there. Lastly, given that the plug was magnetic, it allowed me to, this is the material I took off the plug, and it was really just a couple little things, so not too horrible. And just how to put it back together again. You know, so many people, you know, they pull the cap right off, and then it's like, oh, I got to put this all back together again. That's where the oil filter goes, by the way. And the way the oil filter works is up against the engine, you have a spring. And if you buy an oil filter from Honda, it tells you this side, you know, and spring toward engine. Okay, if you use the aftermarket ones, they don't always say. So let's pretend this is the engine. You got the spring, then the oil filter, and you see that rubber thing right there, and it says outside on it, upside down. That pushes in right up against here and seals up. So not too difficult. Mostly it's a matter of patience. Since I pulled the oil plug about a half hour ago, it's drained out. I'd say there's almost 2 quarts in there, so over a quart anyway. This is the line I'm talking about right there. That's the line of oil coming out of the engine. It's nice and slow. I've been considering giving this thing a tilt, going down, putting my my jack to this, get it up, right, raise it up, and see if I can't get it to come out of there a little quicker. I'm hoping, and maybe with a little luck, I'll be able to start this thing on a gas can today. Here are the caps that were on the engine, the valve adjuster cover caps there. 2 of them look like they're in halfway decent shape, and then it looks like you know, Pete the plumber put his wrench to those 2. So I'll probably order another couple of these. There's a few things I need to order for this. I mean, I could always change these if I put them up front. I don't even think I'd have to pull the gas tank off, so maybe that's where I'll put them. I'll put the bad ones up front. It depends when I order them and when I come in. These front tires, if I air them up, they seem to hold air for a couple of days and then go flat. So I'm debating whether to throw tubes in them. There's nothing worse than you know, wanting to ride a bike, but the first thing you got to do is fix it. You know, put air in the tires and all that other stuff. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that kind of crap just annoys me. I mean, it's really helpful, like with the Foreman 300 there. It's really nice to be able to just turn on the gas, turn the choke on, wait a minute for the gas to flow down, turn the key, she's running, you know, you let it idle for, you know, 30 seconds, a minute, pop it into reverse, back it right out. That's really where we all want to get all of our toys, right? It's just so much easier that way. I think at this point I've more or less covered everything for this video. I'll get back with you with another video, and once again, hopefully it's one of those, hey, look how good this thing runs now type videos. Folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and please get out there and enjoy all your days. Bye now, folks.